You're listening to the Retirement Solution Show. Phone lines are now open, 800-455-1672. And now, the hosts of our show, Steve and Sandy Glover.
Well, Sandy, as the week has come to an end, we now have even greater troubling news from our capital in Washington.
Oh, really?
Yes. According to a recent New York Times article, President Obama is weighing yet another set of ideas to bolster the economy.
What now?
Well, first of all, Congress has now decided it's not in a spending mode with midterm elections looming. Now, quoting from the Times article, the president also said he and his team were hard at work in identifying additional measures, including extending tax cuts for the middle class that are scheduled to expire this year, increasing government investment in clean energy, and rebuilding more infrastructure. None of those steps, however, will come close to the $787 billion stimulus measure that the Democrats passed at the onset of the Obama presidency. With voters angry about government spending and the economists divided about just what approach is the correct one, such aggressive steps are by now out of the question. And I end quote. So, Sandy, cutting taxes that George Bush put into place for the middle class is now seen as an aggressive step, and by now it's out of the question?
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good. And with the national debt rising at over $41 million per hour, and that's just in interest alone, they say that tax cuts aren't likely. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, Sandy. Each one of the listeners right now, they know that when the tax cuts that Bush put in place are taken off the table, our taxes are rising.
That's scary.
It is scary. But right now, all it does is confirm everything we've been reading about. And Sandy, if we think the Obama administration is going to ride in with the solution, well, I'm not going to bet on it.
And neither am I, Steve. It's unfortunate for all of us in the middle class. You know, I wish I could take some of the tax money we're paying in now to pay off my portion of that $43,000 federal debt. But we both know that's not going to happen.
Yes, and the Times article went on by stating, the Republican leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky wrote in an email, and I quote, "Instead of growing jobs as promised, Washington Democrats have grown the size of the national debt, the federal government, and the unemployment rate," end quote. Well, Sandy, if there's ever been a time that the writing's on the wall, that time is right now. Taxes are headed up, and for those of us who are self-employed, high-wage earners, or other professionals like physicians, lawyers, anyone that's making a six-figure income or higher, and you're listening right now is the time that you really have to rethink how you're going to fund your retirement. We have a free guide that can give you a new way for handling your own tax-free retirement. At the Retirement Solution Show, we can assist you in determining if the TSP, that's a tax savings plan account, is right for you. Each member of the Retirement Solution Show team is qualified to help you set up your account. It requires a new way of thinking, but given the corner the government has just backed us into, if we don't start using a new strategy, we'll be washed out with the tide. So make sure you call us right now for your free copy. The number, 1-800-455-1672. Grab a pencil and paper, write down the number, 1-800-455-1672.
And Steve, this book doesn't take the cookie cutter approach. It's a guide with over 170 pages of good information to help people set up their own TSP, different chapters for different professions. Give us a call at 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672.
Sandy, the signs are everywhere that troubling times are still all around us. As I've continued to research what's happening, I found an article in the Mays report that confirms the uncertainty of the U.S. business market, and I quote, "So then, why aren't they hiring people? The answer is uncertainty. Uncertainty of capital gains and income tax rates. Uncertainty about the cost of health care and the possible increase in energy costs due to cap and trade. The prospect of new and increased businesses can buy insurance against risk, but there's only one way to insure against uncertainty, and that's to hoard cash. There is now well over $1 trillion sitting in cash on business balance sheets. They have more capital than the Federal Reserve, the FDIC, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac combined, and I end quote. Now that's a scary thought right there. So if businesses are sitting on the cash and have more in reserves than the FDIC, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac combined, how safe do you think your bank account is right now?
Well, I'm probably like everybody listening. I don't really want to think about it.
Right now is the time to rethink your retirement strategy. The Retirement Solution Show has a guide to tax-free retirement and will provide you with your free copy. Simply pick up the phone, give us a call right now, grab a pencil and paper, write this number down, 1-800-455-1672, 1-800-455-1672. There's no time like the present to get yourself on track for your retirement years. This $24 value is yours absolutely free. For your tax-free retirement copy, call us now, 1-800-455-1672. Again, the number, 1-800-455-1672. Sandy, over the past 2 years, I know that we've worked with hundreds of families in helping them to preserve their retirement savings, but nothing really compares to this strategy for a tax-free retirement.
Steve, you're so right. When we work with clients, we help them to maximize their retirement and not outlive their money. This is a great way to live tax-free in all of those important retirement years. So get a paper and a pencil and write down this number, 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672. And remember, there's no shipping or handling. This book is totally free to you. Now, Steve, you've been talking a great deal about what's going on all around us and the coming of age of higher taxes. Tell folks a little about this tax-free strategy for retirement.
Sandy, this is perhaps the greatest idea that I've ever had the pleasure to work with and understand. I don't want to oversimplify it, but with this strategy, anyone who is self-employed, anyone else saving for retirement can now place their money into a TSP account. That's a tax savings plan account. We can help you set it up, and when you do, your money can grow up. That's right, grow up and never go down. Now, how many financial professionals can offer you that? And it's in the contract. You see, by using a special blended indexing strategy with this tax-free strategy, it allows you to enjoy gains when the markets are going in a positive trend. But in those times when the market takes a nosedive, you lose none of your principal or any gains that you've enjoyed over the past. In fact, this special blended index has provided a 9.51% average rate of return for the past 23 years. That's tax-free, Sandy. Tax-free.
So there's no need to change your mind about retirement. Just change your strategy. And let us help you get to those retirement years with a strong tax-free retirement income stream. You're going to want to get a pencil and paper and call us for your free guide now. Shipping and handling is free. The book is free. 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672.
This fact-filled guide has over 170 pages to help you avoid the retirement-saving landmines. Or if you thought you had your retirement all figured out, it can help you uncover the hidden retirement traps. The guide is yours absolutely free. Give us a call now, 1-800-455-1672. 1-800-455-1672.
Steve, this book really does answer a lot of retirement questions. And once people have read it, I really think they're going to get questions answered, and they're going to find out that they, too, can enjoy a tax-free retirement. Now, folks, we're going to take a short break. Don't go away. We'll be right back with lots more to talk about.
Call now for your free copy of the book, Tax-Free Retirement. This is a $24 value, and it's yours for free by calling 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672.